guys, it is C.A.K. Comedy here. And I'm doing a little video outside on my new Raiders of the Lost Ark version 2 hat. So I'll give you guys some close-ups of that. There's the front. It's a little tapered, but when it's on my head it looks better. This side, yeah, this side's awesome. This is my favorite side. Because look at that front to back curve, it looks great. And then here is the back. Again, a little tapered, but that's because it's not on my head yet. And then this side, which has not as good as the curve, because you can see here there's a weird little bump there at that top. But I think this hat is a way better improvement over my other one. This camera's a little weird. There, look at it. It's great. It's perfect, actually, kind of. And not really. Whatever. It's still cool. So this is the same fur felt as before. Same sweatband, except it's a different color. And this sewing is still a little weird, but I figured it out now. So on my next version hat, we won't have this fold here. And it also dips too far down in the back, but that'll be fixed. No liner, because it's summer and it's warm now, but eventually I'll make a liner. And then the ribbon is the same Todd's ribbon. So everything's basically the same, it's just way better. So the crown is actually 5.5 inches this time, open crown top. And I put a nice deep center dent in there, which is accurate, turns in there and everything. Front pinch is tight, like it should be. And this hat is a lot of a bigger improvement over my other one. The brim is not weird like before, it's actually really nice. The only thing weird about it is this little dip right there. But I'm sure if I iron that out, it'll look better. The brim has the straight side on this side, and then the little curved dip thing on that side. So it has a very much more Raiders look than before. So I'm gonna put this on my head now, and then you'll see how it looks when it's on there. Hey guys, so here's the hat when I'm wearing it. The taper sort of goes away because it stretches it front and back because my head is really long. So I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty close to the movie. I based it off the hat that was worn in the South America / Hawaii scenes. So I got these woods back here. They look pretty Hawaii-ish, so I'll show a picture here, I guess. Future me can edit that in. And I think it looks pretty good. The only thing is that, well yeah, it just looks good, that's it. Is that this side is supposed to be straight, and then this side's supposed to have like a bulge here, but this side has a bit of a bulge, so it looks more Streets of Cairo mixed with that. But I think that this darker colored felt works well for the Hawaii hat, because that's more what it looks like in the lighting of the movie. So here's some nice profile shots, and then the back, I guess. Yeah, you can see it. So I like how this turned out. The bow definitely needs some work, but I'm looking for a better ribbon. So the Todd's isn't terrible, it's just a little bit purpley looking in different lighting. So yeah, it looks a little bit purple, but no, it's some pretty good ribbon. It's hard to see in this shading. Why do I keep walking up there? But yeah, that is my hat, and I have some videos of how I made it, which will be coming up soon, sort of like a tutorial-ish thing. So I think, yeah, this is my favorite side without the bow. The profile looks pretty good. My allergies are really bad, so it's not good to be out here because my nose is going crazy. But that's my my indie hat, version 2 fur felt blend. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. It's definitely better than my last one, I'll tell you that. So yeah. Alright guys, so the felt arrived today. As you can tell from this amazing packaging, it's a good sign. Alright guys, so I got the felt body. As you can see here, the fur brown, nice dark brown, and then here is the light gray. So I like this light gray color. This brown is a little dark for Raiders. I said that already, but I was looking into a lighter brown felt, and it's kind of hard to tell the color from the pictures, so I went safe on this one. So I'm going to go over my blocking process, which is using these other channels about making hats. They use these fancy nice wooden blocks from like vintage hats. Well, I made one out of foam. This is how it works, is the oval shape. It's probably a little bit taller than 5.5 because the foam layers are not 1/2 inch. I don't know, it's close enough. So it's a little bit taller, but that's okay. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to just soak these in the sink for a little bit, and then these should be good for putting over the block. So I'll switch camera angles here. So I got my sink running. It's on hot water. So I'm going to just drench this thing in hot water. And then I'm going to grab my clothing iron after it's over the block, and I'll fit it down. And then I'm going to iron it to make it stiffer, to keep the crown shape and make the brim flat when it's on the block. So it's warming up. This thing takes forever to warm up, so I'm gonna eventually cut this. So, alright, about 1.5 minutes, the sink heats up. This sink is not good. Alright, I got my block. Make sure the front is facing, the front, so you know which way it is. I wrote front and bottom, front and back on the bottom too, so you know which way it goes on. So now the water is pretty warm. I'm going to just put this thing under it, and eventually it will start soaking up because felt is actually pretty water resistant. So it'll just start soaking up some water. Sometimes I like to fill the hat block thing, the body, so you get to see how well this felt, how resistant it is with its water. Because felt's just one of those magical materials like hot glue or super glue, just like all that stuff. So now it's pretty malleable, like this mash like a shape into it that I wouldn't have been able to do before. So once it starts getting soft like that, then you can start putting it over the block like this. Just pull it nice and tight down over it, flatten it out from the top, get it all nice and smooth. You can see all the fur on my hands there. It's really weird and gross. It's pretty much tight again. The block still needs a little work, but I think it's pretty good so far right now. And you can just see the comparison between the crown there a little bit. So I'm going to get my clothing iron down here, and then we could start working on stiffening it. Alright, so I got my clothing iron right here. This is heating up. I don't have it on the steam setting right now. I don't even have it filled, actually. A little bit. Huh. Oh, whatever. Alright. So, since it's not steaming, I think it might work better on this felt since it's already pretty wet. So I'm just going to go over all the sides just to get it a little bit more straight. Go on the brim. Just go all the way around the hat. See, there's some wrinkles a little bit. Let's get worked out as we go. So it's a little bit. I can start stretching it out down a little bit more. So you can see here, it's getting a little bit better. So I'm just going to go over all the sides again. Since there's no water in the actual iron itself, I can turn it any direction, which is helpful, and it won't spill out at the top. So as you can see with this hat, my hair is really messy. When you pop this out and then compare these two, you can see here, this crown is, well, you can't really see it because the iron's in the way, but get out of here. See here, it's very short. It's a little bit shorter. You'll see it better in close-ups when I get the shots done. But it is a very tall hat. The Raiders hat is known for being very tall, which is one thing I messed up on this one, is because this is just basically generic Fedora height, being like about 4.5 from what I measured. So I really needed that 5.5-inch crown, so I need to use the block to its full extent. And now that I have figured out the new technique to get the hat all the way down the block, I'm able to do that now. So I can get a nice square hat, a nice tall indie hat. So that's looking pretty good for now. I'm gonna start drying the felt a little bit more because it's very wet. I'm soaking it in all that sink water. Just start drying it up with this nice paper towel. You see all the hair we're getting off there. That'll go away in sanding it. Because that's a thing you have to do. Because these felts, I don't know if they'll show up on camera, but if you compare this felt to this hat felt, you can see, I'll show you in close-ups anyway, but whatever. I'll show you later. But yeah, so just keep working at this. I'm gonna work on it off camera, and I'll get back to you with that close-up I promised you guys. Here's a little bit of a before and after shot. You can see there's the unblocked version, and there it is on the hat block after it has been all nice and finished up. You can see it's a very tall, straight crown, and it has a nice wide brim. Alright guys, I'm now outside of my house. As you can sort of tell, I'm on my window back there. So I'm going to take this hat, now that it is nice and blocked and it's drying a little bit. So I'm going to take it and sand down the felt. I've never sanded it while it was still on the block. And I wish I did, because it made it. It's going to make it a lot easier. So what you do is you take the sandpaper and then you go counterclockwise over the whole thing. I'm using 320 grit. It's a little bit windy and cold today, so hopefully it'll get a little bit warmer later. But right now I'm just going to sand down the felt. You can see some of the little felt particulates should start coming off. You can see there. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. You can see it there. It's kind of getting a little bit. So guys, now I've done the bash on the Raiders Indy hat. I was able to get the crown a little bit shorter. It's more like 5 inches on this side than the 5.5 because it's accurate to the movie. And the brim I cut down just to 3 inches just to make it a little bit smaller so I can make it look a little better and I can actually see out of it because the brim isn't right in my face. So it's a little nicer, and I think the crown turned out almost exactly like it did in the movie. So I look up and it makes a little point. It's flat here, and then if you look straight on, it's got the little bumps on the sides, which is really close to how it looks in the film. And has some extra ribbon here from the Todd's ribbon, my other hat. And if I just put that on there, just for now, it's hard to see in this lighting, but and sort of get a little bit of a gauge for how that will look when it's all done. If I step back, you might. That's still hard to see. Whatever. You get the point there. You can kind of see it. Then after some sewing and some work on the ribbon to make the bow, you basically get a pretty nice hat for the budget of what I did this, which is about 80 something. So here's the crown one last time. So yeah, definitely rooms to improve, but for a like 5th hat, I think it turned out pretty good. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you later. Goodbye.